Hey up, Babby. My name's Ontorius, and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video guide. In this guide, we're on Interchange again, and we're going to be going through the locations of all the coats or jackets. I'm going to be time-stamping this guide, so you can either get to a specific area of the map, or each coat in every shop by either hovering over the time bar on the video, or if you click onto the description, they'll be individually listed there, so you can click through them that way. So in total, there's 22 on the map, and all of them are in the open, apart from one, which is locked behind a door you're going to need a key for, so I'm going to show you what that key is in just a minute. However, just before we get into the guide, I want to mention that I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. You can catch me there Tuesday through Saturday on twitch.tv/Ontorius. I'm going to leave a link for my channel in the description below. I'd love it if you could drop a follow and come and say hey in chat next time I'm live. So with that being said, let's jump straight into the stash, and I can show you which key you're going to need. So, I tend to have a 6 case for every map. A few of them are bunched together, as I'm just going to show you here. So, all these keys here, I haven't bought any of them. I found all of them in raid. I tend to have one for... I use this on Interchange, Factory, Woods, and Lighthouse currently. And I have another one for Customs, Interchange, and Shoreline. So if you follow this guide, you're going to be able to get that amount of keys for free yourself. So this is the one that you're going to need right here. Emercom medical unit. This is a highly sought after key at the start of the wipe, so it's going to run you anywhere between 500k and a mil. But because we're about 2-3 months into the wipe now, you can see it drops a lot in price. But it is still a very good key. So when you're in raid, it's worth taking either a sick case or a dock case, because in these you can keep multiple keys. As well as if you haven't unlocked the sick case or the dock case yet, say if you've not got access to flea market, you can come over to a therapist. If you go to a barters, you can see a key tool. You can find these items pretty easily on the map Shoreline. I might do a guide on how I acquire these kind of items. But a key tool is going to have 16 slots available, and it only takes up 1 space in your gamma as opposed to the dock case, which takes up 2 slots and holds the same amount. So it's up to you, whichever you can afford or whichever you got access to. Right, so jumping into the actual locations of where all the coats and jackets are. Here we are, we spawned at Emercom. So what we want to do, run up this ramp here and go into the back of the shop called Goshan. Head on through these double doors. Jump over this railing, enter this set of double doors, and then you're going to find your first jacket inside this computer office. All the way on the back wall. There it is, tucked in the corner. So from here, we want to exit the office through this set of double doors. And then we're going to go into the middle section of the mall. Using Texo as a guide for where you are on your left there. Going around this corner past Rasmussen, you want to be jumping over this box, and you're going to see the shop that has 4 coats in it called ADIK. As soon as you come in, you're going to be greeted by your first 2 right here. And then moving around this corner along the back wall, you're going to find your 3rd one for the shop. Quick 180. And then on the other back wall, that's the 4th one. So that'll do it from this shop. Want to head out into the shop called Generic, which is the one right here. Using avocado as a reference on the right there. And that's where you're going to find this jacket. So, exiting the way that we came in. Now we go down this corridor. Want to be taking a shortcut through the shop that's called Brutal. Then the shop next to that is called National. And in this one, you're going to find 2 coats. Number 1 here. And here you'll find number 2. After we've done with National, I want to head back out Go across the corridor and into the shop that's known as Mantis, where you're going to find another 2. First one tucked in this corner right here. And just a little walk around. And then tucked around this corner is where you're going to find coat number 2, and that'll do it for Mantis. Okay, so moving on from Mantis, we head out and we see German, but we're not going in there. We're going in the shop next to it called Voyage, where you're going to find your next 2. One right here, and then spin around the opposite side of the shop. That's where number 2 is. Moving on from here, we follow the corridor around, heading to our left, and we're going to find another 2 coats outside the shop that's called TTS. Once you've looted them, you want to turn around, and then you're going to be faced with the Emercom medical unit, which is where you're going to need this key. Then inside here, you're going to find your next coat. And then that'll do it for the bottom floor of the inside of the mall. From here, we want to head out and go upstairs. Quickest route from here will be to follow your way around left past Viking, up the escalator, and then straight to the bay window where you're going to find the 1 coat that is upstairs. So that'll do it for the inside of the mall. From here, we want to head outside to the power station. Making our way down the escalator, we're going to go all the way through IDEA. Then eventually we're going to find ourselves at the power station. And heading inside, we're going to find 5 in this one. Immediately on the left, you find your first 2. And then tucked away in this little changing room, you find another 2. And head into the back of the power station, by the computer office. That's where you're going to find the final coat for here. So, leaving the power station, we want to be heading back to the road where we came in. And then following this road all the way down to where the railway exit is. And this is where you're going to find your final 20-second coat for Interchange. So I'm just going to chuck this little tip in here. You might not know that these railings, you don't actually have to jump over them. So if you want to save a bit of stamina, say if you're being chased and you can't afford to lose it, if you just run straight at them, you're going to merge straight through it. And then here we have the final coat coming up just around this corner inside one of the cabins. And there it is. So there you have it. That's where you can find all 22 coats on the map Interchange. I'm going to be doing one more guide for Interchange, and then we're going to be moving on to the next map in the series, which is going to be Customs. Just want to remind you that I do stream on Twitch 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Ontorius. You can find the link for my channel in the description below. Love to see some new faces in there. Come and say hey next time you see me live. And until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!